Welcome everybody to this week's question and answer video. It's been a couple weeks. I don't know if any of you noticed. No one said anything. But here's the new one. Welcome. So I'm answering questions from the last question and answer video that I made 2 weeks ago. If you have questions, go down in the comment section. Ask me anything you want and come back for the next Q&A for the answer. Let me know what you think of my answer. Let me know if I misunderstood your question or if you misunderstood my answer. Let me know. Keep a little dialogue. That's fine. Keep giving me more details. So I usually recommend something every week. I'm going to read a couple comments right here from Salema in France. David, you can take some credits and even a large part of the credits when one of your clients starts healing. I worked hard with you and we did a fantastic job. I worked hard with previous professionals and they did not help. Maybe they did not know about narcissism, traumas, and they let me struggle alone until I decided to stop working with them. I can only be grateful and thankful and realize how much you helped me. That is so nice to leave. Thank you very much, Salema. It was a delight to work with you and to watch you grow. I don't take credit for that. I didn't do it. I didn't do anything. I got some information. I maybe give you a little courage, give you some options, but you did it. Okay, so congratulations. Celebrate. Thank you very, very much for leaving this comment. And I'm sorry that other professionals didn't work out for you. The theme is talk to a professional and find the right one for you. Here's another one. FM says, I spoke to David tonight and I don't usually leave reviews or big people up, but David is very good and I look forward to working with him in the future. This is not to promote myself, even though I know it does. I want you guys to understand that if you need to talk to somebody, there is no other supplement for it. People ask me about different types of therapy, from rapid eye movement to acupuncture to hypnotherapy and stuff like this. We need talk therapy. And there is no replacement. There's no, everything else is a supplement. If you need it and you don't get it, you're struggling. You will keep struggling. This is not something that we heal all by ourselves. People have caused this. People will help this. Trust me. And that's what, if you have been traumatized emotionally over years, your life, you may have c-ptsd, stuff like this. This doesn't go away on its own in time. It doesn't matter if you date somebody else. It doesn't matter if you stay single forever. It doesn't matter if you quit drinking. It doesn't matter if you talk therapy. And the good thing about it is it's just talking. I'm not sitting here telling you have to take drugs. You have to do stuff that's impossible or hard or difficult. It might be challenging, might be scary. But what are you scared of? I don't pressure or push my clients to do anything, to talk about anything. I don't poke and prod. It's just what they want to talk about. That's it. And I give some feedback. I give some information. I like to give options and choices for them. No pressure. You don't have to do anything. So that's why I'm reading these comments, so that you guys consider talk therapy if you need it. Okay? I also have another comment of something else that I'd like to say today. Also from Salema. Again, another teenage girl took her own life. She was harassed at school and online too. Yeah. This is continuously happening and there's nothing done about it. Going and punishing someone afterwards is too late. There are signs. I guarantee you people were aware of this before she took her own life. I guarantee you there was a school, social media outlet, maybe her parents, maybe other people's parents, other kids that knew this was going on. And now we want to punish someone. If they even do. I bet they don't. I bet they don't hold social media accountable. Nothing. They can do whatever they want. Yeah. I bet the school isn't held accountable. I bet the children's parents aren't held accountable. Nothing will happen. Nothing ever happens. Ever. One time I heard something happen. In England, year or 2 years ago, something like that, a man who was on the news, people knew of him. He was a known person in England. And he harassed women so terribly, I believe more than one took their own life. And he's in prison now for it, but YouTube keeps his channel up and all the videos of harassment up. They don't care. They don't care. Awful, awful. I'm reading this so that you guys will support a petition I started a while ago. It needs your help. Stop narcissistic online bullying. The link will be in the description box. The link will be in the comment section. It's global. All you have to do is touch it, and I'll take you there, and just say yes, please. That's all you got to do. If you want to do more, share it. Share this link anywhere, everywhere. Every narcissist channel should support this. Why not? If anybody's sitting there saying, I'm making videos because of narcissistic abuse and I'm here to help you, then they should support this petition. Yeah, that's what it's for. Okay? So if you can, sign it, and if you can, please share it. Thank you. Sad story. I might do a video about it. Thank you for sharing this. All right. Tara Tamlin from North America. That's all I ask is leave your location, please, people. I'm the one who doesn't meet all of someone else's needs in a relationship because I can't. It's odd how this attracts a lot of guys to pursue me anyway when I tell them my issues. They must have issues themselves, just wanting the challenge. Well, yeah, I mean, talk about red flag. I can't meet your emotional needs. Oh, it's okay. I don't need it. That's why they're called needs. I don't need it. You're a different human being. Yeah. So if someone you just meet tells you that and they want to continue dating, yeah, there's something wrong. But Tara, why do you believe you can't? You said you're the one who doesn't meet people's needs. Okay, but why can't you? You can't reassure somebody. You can't look at their body and say how you're feeling. You don't want to emotionally connect with anybody. Just curious if you feel like sharing. Thanks, Tara. And Susan from Minnesota. Hi, Susan. My question. A relative recently told me they were disappointed in me. I called them out and said that is guilting and shaming, a manipulation tactic. Your thoughts on this? Thank you. You are a blessing. Thank you, Susan. Well, it always reminds me of parents, right? You'd never want to disappoint your parents. And when they say those words, those are some of the worst words to hear, isn't it? You disappointed me. You're so disappointing. We want to make people happy and meet people's expectations. Screw that. Screw meeting people's expectations. You have expectations of me? That's your fault. Did I tell you I was going to do something? I'm not here to please you. That's awful. And it is. It's total guilting and shaming. Parents shouldn't say that to their children. Nobody should say that to anybody. You're so disappointing. I mean, I can, maybe a boss can get away with that, huh? On the job. And most of us can probably take something like that on the job, maybe better, because we're in our work brain, not our emotional, personal brain. But we don't. Yeah. You disappointed me means I wanted something from you. I expected something from you, and I didn't get it. Or you have to be this person, and you're not. You have to change into this, and you're not. You have to jump this high, but you only jump this high. Not unconditional care, is it? Thanks for sharing, Susan. Thanks for what you said. And Salema again. Last week you talked about how it could take years to know who the partner really is. So we'd better know someone before attaching. I paid careful attention when a male acquaintance said, I don't like extremes. Years ago he was obese and now he is very slim. Isn't this extreme? The embodiment of extremes. With these few words, he gave me access to his core personality. He said the exact opposite of who he really is. An extreme guy and maybe rigid too, but of course it goes undetected unless we pay attention. I will keep talking with him, but I will never date him. Am I extreme? I don't know, Salema. We aren't perfect. So when he says, I don't like extremes, and he was obese and lost weight, it's good he got healthy. I don't know. That's a personal thing. If that's too extreme for you, Salema, I get it. Watch and observe, sure. What's interesting is that you say you'll never date him, but you will keep talking to him. What would you like out of this relationship? You want a relationship with this person? You want a friendship? Is that what you want? Why is it different than dating? Do your standards change for friends than for someone that we date? Or do we have the same standards? Or are you just not judging him and you're just going to wait and see and giving him more chances, which I think is mature? I think that, I don't like extremes and he loses weight. Yeah, I get that, but I don't know if I would X someone out forever for that like you aren't. So that's good. Yeah, see what happens. We note that, right? Okay. Rory Rory from Ohio. Hi, Rory. Is blind acceptance used as a coping tool the same as radical acceptance? I hope you get this question by Monday, LOL. Well, I was late by last Monday. I got it this Monday. Radical acceptance is what we need to live in when we have no control over something, right? First time I heard that is when people were totally harassing me, stalking me, and all these things, and no one would help me, and I was told radical acceptance will help. Blind acceptance makes me think of denial. I can't do anything about this relationship to fix it, but I also won't leave. Because when we have problems in a relationship, like everyone does, we fix them or it's over. We don't just accept problems and say, well, hey, we couldn't fix it, but oh well. No, we fix the problems or we end it. Blind acceptance would be, I'm accepting something I don't really accept, wouldn't it? Stay in denial. Yeah? What do you think? I don't think they're the same. I think radical acceptance is something we actually have control over, or radical acceptance is for something we don't have control over, right? Blind acceptance is something that we actually do have an option, but we're ignoring that to leave. How's that? Emma from Sweden. Hi, Emma. I've seen your video about psychopaths, but I would like to ask you to do a video about the dark triad people. The more I study about the Machiavellian people, the more I see why other people don't see through his lies. My ex, this is really sick people. Yes, they are. They're very extremely sick. Thank you for asking. I replied to you, and I'll just read it. I made a video about the dark triad. More than one. But there's one I made about a few months ago and has the triangle as a thumbnail. It was published 10 months ago. Scroll down the videos until you reach 10 months ago, and you will see the dark triad triangle in the thumbnail. I never heard back from you, so I hope you got that message, Emma. And I'll always make more videos about stuff like that. I find it very interesting. And Sally, don't know where you're from, I can't remember, Sally. Does a victim of narcissist always say sorry even for things that don't need to be sorry for? Well, you take out the always, right? Not always. Very common for people who have been abused, because being abused lowers our self-worth. It can lower our self-esteem. A lot of different things it can lower. And so we don't feel worthy. And so we always feel like we're doing something wrong, and we're doubting ourselves a lot. So it's very common that we say sorry and apologize for things we didn't even do wrong. Now I use it, I tell people I'm sorry when they're hurting. It doesn't have to be something I did. It's just a form of empathy and compassion. But I understand what you're saying because I've done that. Sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. And they're looking at you like, you didn't do it. And you're literally saying, I'm sorry because you're afraid. You're scared. They're going to do something. So. Not always, but very common for victims of any type of abuse, especially over time. And Salema again. I have that idea, thought, belief. I don't know what it is exactly, that if I meet my partner's needs, he will disengage from the relationship. So we have this fear, huh? And it sounds like vulnerability. Taking a chance to being hurt. If we have not healed from our pain and hurt, it's very scary. If we've healed from it, we know that we're okay and we can heal again. The more that we heal from pain, the more mature we become. The more emotionally mature and intelligent we become, the less things hurt. How's that? Take a chance, find some courage, and be okay with being hurt. You said earlier that you've healed. You will heal again. You'll be okay. It probably won't hurt as much. But it'll never work if you don't meet the needs. So it's already ruined. I think it sounds like you're just fearing vulnerability. Yeah? What do you think? I noticed that toxic women talk a lot about rape. Is it a general pattern, or is it specific to the toxic women I have interactions with? Well, toxic people are negative, and negative people talk about negative things, for one. Right? They'll talk bad about other people. They'll talk about the end of the world and end of times and how bad somebody is and how unfair this is and rape and murder and abuse and all this stuff. But it also sounds like a little bit of victimhood. Toxic people tend to live in victimhood quite often. And last question is from Emily Burton in South Africa. Why is sleeping difficult when you are under stress? So many of you, most of you, have had some sleep problems due to experiences and relationships you've had, yeah? Relationships are meant to cause comfort. That's what we want. We're seeking comfort. We are creatures of comfort. We build our nests where we can, and we want people and relationships in our life, and we want comfort from them. Problems cause stress if we don't fix them. And that's what we've experienced. Relationships with lots of problems and lots of stress, and stress chemicals will be released. It's meant to fix the problems, to protect ourselves, to run away, but we stay. We couldn't leave as children. We didn't know how to leave as adults. These excessive stress chemicals make us on high alert. They work really well. They make our eyes work better and smell better, and quicker and faster and stronger, and think better. Over time, it causes depression and anxiety, but you can't sleep very well. These stress chemicals will block off any kind of sexual urges. They can make you stop wanting food and stop sleeping, all to keep you alive. Do you see that? And so when you might be exhausted, especially from stress, you're going to be more exhausted, you want to lay down, you're tired, and the stress chemicals are still going, and we often wake up a lot. Restless sleep. It's not deep sleep, not dreaming sometimes, or just waking up a lot. That's why, Emily, that's why I recommend a lot of different products, supplements and stuff that help with this. They really do. And there's a lot of other things that you can do that I recommend. But ask me if you want to know. And thank you. That's it, guys. I'm not sure when I'll make the next question and answer video. I'll leave it up to you. You guys tell me. Okay? Please ask questions. Always. I'll always answer them. I'll always address them. Love yourself first. And please support Stop Narcissistic Online Bullying. The petition right down below. Thank you. Bye, guys.